Good morning, everybody. It's Scott again. I'm going to do some chest workout today. I've already actually started, but I thought to give you an idea of what I do in my garage during the summer months here in Florida. It's 90 degrees in the garage right now. So what I do is I think your body acclimates to the heat over time. So I've lived here a long time, and I've been training in my garage for a while, so I kind of get used to it. I try to work out early as I can. I think it's around 10 o'clock right now. Open the garage door, try to get a breeze coming through here. Unfortunately today there is no breeze. I do have a fan that I point towards wherever I'm working out at, so it's blowing on me as I'm doing my actual movement. I drink a lot of water during the time I'm out here. One thing I do is I do take a little longer rest in between my sets, so maybe up to 2.5 minutes, just so I can cool down a little bit. Other than that, there's not much more you can do. It does get pretty hot. And it's not the heat, it's really the humidity that really affects you. But I can feel my body, I know my body, and when it's starting to get tired, and I need to either speed up, slow down, or stop. So that helps. I definitely don't want to go into heat stroke or heat exhaustion, so I'm very careful about that. But other than that, there's not much more you can do. Just just deal with it. This is only June. Wait till July and August. It gets even worse. So this kind of builds you up towards that, and then it'll eventually cool off around November. So that's it. That's how I handle the heat here in Florida. So let me get started here with my second set. So on these hot days like today, I do use chalk on my hands because I do get sweaty. I'm not going to failure today. It's just a little too humid hot today. So I'm doing like 10, 11, 12, 13 repetitions with a fairly heavy dumbbell. But I'm not going to failure. And I'm only going to do 3 sets. And then I'm going to move on and do some incline bench work. So this will be my last set of a flat dumbbell bench press. Okay, so the other thing I do when I'm doing these flat bench presses, I put the heavy weights on top of my rack, and I pull the bench about a foot away from the rack. So all I have to do is pick up the dumbbell and sit down, so I don't have to carry them across the floor or pick them up off the floor and use that extra bit of energy so that I can save all the energy for the actual set. So that's why I put all the heavier dumbbells up top, and the lighter ones are mostly on the floor, because obviously those are easier to pick up. So I'm gonna move on to do some incline work now. So any of these chest movements I do, I don't use any weight where I can't get at least 6 repetitions with it. I prefer to get anywhere from 8 to 15 reps on any one exercise, but I never go below 6. So I don't go so heavy that I can't get at least 6 repetitions. So right now I'm doing some incline work. I have my incline bench set at a 30-degree angle. I'm going to be doing close grip dumbbell where I hold them together and doing a pressing movement, and I'm focusing and concentrating on squeezing my chest throughout the whole movement, trying to keep my elbows as close to my body as possible. So this is actually going to be my second set of these. Okay, I'll do one more set of those and then move on. Okay, so every chest day, I try and do some sort of fly movement, either an incline or a flat bench fly with dumbbells. Today I have it again set at a 15-degree angle. I'm going to use a weight where I want to get at least 8 to 12 repetitions. So I'm not going to failure. I'm going to get a good stretch at the bottom and then squeeze very hard coming up, but I'm not going to touch the dumbbells at the top. In fact, I'm going to be fairly significantly far away from each other. That just keeps the tension on my pec muscles as I'm pulling up and I'm squeezing it. So this is actually going to be my last set here. I've already done 2, so this will be the last set of this one. Okay. If you're at a commercial gym, they have some really nice fly machines that I would probably prefer to use, but obviously I don't have access to them at home. But if you are at a commercial gym, you might want to try those fly machines they have and check them out, see if you like doing them better than doing them with dumbbells, or just work back and forth. One time do the dumbbells, the next time do the machine. So I'm gonna move on and do something else now. Okay, so I did a couple sets of dumbbell pullovers. I didn't record those. On my left shoulder's still bothering me, so I'm not gonna chance doing another set and hurting it. So I'm gonna do a couple of cable type crossovers here now. If you're at a commercial gym, they'll have a cable crossover machine that you can use, but I don't have access to that. I only have one side of a cable. So I'm going to improvise here. I'm going to do a unilateral movement of a somewhat cable crossover. I'm going to take this D handle, I'll put it on the lat machine, and I'm just going to, one side at a time, do some cable pull downs with my chest. I'm not going to show you both sides, because when I do the second, my right side, I'm going to turn my back to you, so, but it'll be the same thing. So. I'll do the other side. I'm gonna do 2 sets of that. I'm going fairly close to failure on those 2. It's the only movement today I'm going, close to failure on. Okay, all done for today. So we did 12 working sets for chest. And I did 2 field sets at the very beginning. The field sets for dumbbell flat bench, I used dumbbells that were 50% and then 70% of my working weight. But I only did like 3 reps of each of them. That's just to kind of warm up my shoulders before I started. So we finished off with 12 working sets, and it's 91 degrees now. So we gained 1 degree. So it's time to quit. It's getting late, and I'm getting thirsty and hungry. So tomorrow we'll do, or I'll do shoulders. I probably won't record tomorrow, but I guess that's about it. Unless y'all want to see our flowers out here blooming. It hasn't rained here in, where I live in weeks. We're under a severe drought, so it's hard to keep things growing and not dying. Water's very expensive here in Florida right now, but let me show you my flowers here. Look at that. All it takes is water and a little bit of food and some love and care. That's all it takes. And that's all it takes for you to do the same. So have a great day. See ya.